Good morning, India. Welcome to News This Week. I am Shalini Kumar, bringing to you the weekly updates on alcoholic beverages and hospitality. I believe in starting my news update with a good news, and here is one that is really could be a game changer if all goes well. It is good to note that India and the United Kingdom are negotiating a free trade agreement and talks are progressing well. Bilateral trade with India was valued at £23 billion in 2019, with International Trade Secretary Liz Truss claiming a deal would boost British exports through lower tariffs and increased investment opportunities in multiple service and product sectors. Indian Trade Minister Piyush Goyal said negotiations on a £23 billion FTA with the UK were progressing well, with both sides talking to each other. But he made clear they were working to identify areas where we can close the deal in terms of an early harvest if possible. Under an early harvest deal backed by UK trade officials, tariffs could be slashed on products like Scotch whisky before a full agreement is in place. While more and more states are becoming progressive and lowering the legal drinking age, but this move not being appreciated by some concerned citizen. NGO Community Against Drunken Driving has challenged the Delhi government's move to lower the drinking age. On its petition, the Delhi High Court has sought a response from the Delhi government for reduction in the drinking age from 25 to 21 years under the new excise policy of Delhi. The plea prays for restraining the Delhi government from giving effect to the Delhi Excise Policy 2021-22, which reduces the drinking age from 25 to 21 until a robust age verification mechanism is instituted. The division bench comprising Chief Justice D.N. Patel and Justice Jyoti Singh issued notice in the plea raising concern on the rise in the incidents of drunken driving across the capital and posted the matter for September 17. In a move worth appreciating, the Madhya Pradesh government has instructed country and foreign liquor shops to maintain a cash memo and issue bills to liquor buyers from September 1st. This is being done to prevent illicit liquor trade in the state. The order also directed that a carbon copy of the bill book in use should be kept by the licensee at the liquor shop till the end of 31st March 2022. It is good to note that the Uttar Pradesh Excise Department has successfully concluded the third phase of retail liquor shops e-lottery auction recently. Under the third phase, 222 liquor vans, including 30 model liquor vans, have been auctioned. The Excise Department had received a total 7037 applications for participation in the third phase. The lockdowns has led many liquor lovers to try many things, but some have really crossed the limits. COVID-19 inducted lockdown forced many liquor lovers looked for alternative ways to brew their own liquor. On this trend, Kerala's excise officials have warned people against buying brewing kits to brew at home unless they are okay with the officials raiding their homes anytime and booking them under the Abkari Act. Excise Commissioner A. Ananthakrishnan said the department cannot restrict online shopping portals from selling home distilling units, but can arrest those using the equipment to distill alcohol. News coming from dry state of Gujarat could bring cheers for many as a batch of writ petitions challenging the prohibition on manufacture, sale and consumption of liquor in Gujarat have been held maintainable by the Gujarat High Court. A division bench comprising Chief Justice Vikram Nath and Justice Biren Vaishnav rejected the preliminary objection raised by the state of Gujarat against the maintainability of the petitions and posted them for final hearing on merits on October 12th. The petitions have challenged the said law on grounds of manifest arbitrariness and violation of right to privacy. Excise policies have always been a matter of contention for stakeholders in many states. In a latest news, the Jammu Wine Traders Association has appealed to the Union Territory government to revisit the excise policy 2021-22. President of the association said that the claimed aim of the new excise policy was to generate more revenue, which has fallen in the comparison to the previous years. The association stressed that considering the unrest in the society, loss of revenue to the government and loss of livelihood of the old licensees, the previous policy must be restored and the old licensees to be allowed to run their shops for at least 2 years. Get ready for no alcohol flight if you choose the economy class of American Airlines, as the economy class passengers of American Airlines will continue to be barred from purchasing alcoholic beverages in the flight for at least until January. The timeline is tagged with the federal mask mandate for public transportation in the US, which has been recently extended. The only other major US carrier that is still not serving alcohol in the flights is Southwest Airlines. It seems that Indians are drinking Scotch in big quantity. Data for the first half of 2021 shows that the value of Scotch whisky exports to India in first half of 2021 against 2020 for same period grew by 60.78%. but stands down by 19.12% in comparison to 2019. This is as per data released by the Scotch Whisky Association recently. In terms of volume, India ranked second and export to India surged by 112.37% in first half of 2021 but showed a decline by 2.70% when compared to same period in 2019. Now here is a news from Madhya Pradesh. Som Distilleries and Breweries has announced that Copter 7 beer, both in lager and strong variants, are being contract manufactured for 7 Inks Breweries Private Limited. Former India cricketer MS Dhoni's trademark helicopter shot and jersey number 7 have inspired the name of Copter 7 beer. Passion and creativity has no boundaries, as an antique collector Nandan Kuduchatkar has created the first alcohol museum in Goa. The museum is named All About Alcohol and it is located in the village of Candolim. The museum has hundreds of artifacts linked to Feni, including large traditional glass vats in which the cashew-based Feni was stored centuries ago. The aim behind starting the museum is to make the world aware of Goa's rich heritage, especially the story of Feni and the legacy of the alcohol trail from Brazil to Goa. Quarterly results of Carlsberg has been very promising. Carlsberg's sales volume in India has increased by 40% during the April-June quarter of 2021-22. However, this huge growth in sales volume is facilitated by a lower base of the previous fiscal. According to Carlsberg, the market share gain in India during the first quarter was led by its beer brand Tuborg. According to Carlsberg Group, the situation is uncertain in many markets in Asia such as Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, India and Malaysia due to the low vaccination rates. In India, Carlsberg's sales volumes remain below the pre-pandemic level of 2019. Alcoholic beverages startup Obey Cocktails has raised 3.5 crore rupees through angel funding. The funds will be used to scale retail presence as well as launch new products, the company said in a statement. Obey Cocktails was started by Nitesh Prakash in 2020. Its range of drinks is available in Goa and Bangalore, with plans to soon expand to other metros. Hello Nitesh, welcome to News This Week on Spirits TV. Congratulations for the funding you got recently. It must be a boost for your new business venture. What has been the consumer's response for Obe cocktails so far?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me here first. So, Obi Cocktails we have launched in Goa first and then in Bangalore now, a few months back, just before the lockdown, second lockdown happened, right? So, response has been tremendous, as in we have not done any marketing, but people are, because of the concept, because of the brand, because of the packaging, and the amazing product in terms of taste. People are picking it from the shelf and they are loving it, and we have seen repeat consumers buying multiple bottles, multiple cases at one go. So I'm on top of the cloud right now. The money which has come in is also shows us the confidence of people in the overall concept in the team, and there's a long way to go. We have just started, and I think the journey is just started.
So Nitesh, are you adding new variants in near future?
So we have three variants right now, ma'am. OB Lively Long Island Iced Tea, OB Fabulous Cosmopolitan, and OB Zesty Mojito. All three have different base spirits. Mojito is rum based, Cosmopolitan is vodka based, Long Island Iced Tea has gin, vodka, rum, tequila, everything. We are parallelly working with four new variants. I will not disclose the details at the moment because it's still work in progress. But yes, the whole idea of doing a cocktail business or a cocktail brand is to bring as many as cocktails as possible. And the target that we are gunning for is at least to launch 500 cocktails in next 5 years. That's my personal goal, which I have kept for myself. Uh, we'll see how it goes, ma'am.
So, are you planning to take these cocktails to in other markets also?
Yeah, so as I said, it's a very urban concept. Cocktail is a very urban concept, slowly penetrating into the tier two urban areas. Having said that, we are going to launch in next 3, 4 urban markets in India by the end of this year. And parallelly, we are also exploring Asian markets as well, because what we have realized that cocktails as a concept is fairly people understand it, people like it, and people like it to celebrate with the word cocktails. So we are definitely gonna explore both Indian urban markets and international markets as well very soon.
So it's really a good news for the consumers, Nitesh.
Yes, when people are loving it, as in I have friends who are asking me where is the cocktails, and we are actually stocked out in Bangalore. We are trying our best to meet the supply because of the COVID constraints. Lot of challenges are there, but we are trying our best to meet the as much demand as possible.
Great. So it was so nice to having you on News This Week on Spirits TV, Nitesh. And all the best from our side for your future endeavors. Thanks very much.
Thank you, man. This it's been great chat with you, man. Thank you.
Moving on to hospitality sector, here is news that merits attention. As part of its ongoing efforts to bolster the hospitality and tourism industry in the aftermath of the COVID-19, the Ministry of Tourism has entered into a memorandum of understanding with Make My Trip and iBibo Group Private Limited. Under the MOU, they will endeavor to take necessary steps to encourage and promote strategic and technical cooperation in the Indian hospitality and tourism sector for overall benefit in the identified areas. It is expected that in the future, more OTAs will come forward for signing such MOUs in order to strengthen the hospitality and tourism industry of India. This was your news capsule for this week. Keep watching News This Week every Friday at the same time. Till then, goodbye.